is about family life education. Oh, this is about family life education, which is abbreviated FLE. What do family life educators do? Little consensus is agreed upon what they do exactly. There are different definitions, but I think that they basically teachers outside of the traditional classroom that give people family science principles and practices information to strengthen individuals and family. There are 10 content areas of FLE: families and individuals in societal contexts, internal dynamics of families, human growth and development across the lifespan, human sexuality, interpersonal relationships, family resource management, parenting education guidance, family law and public policy, professional ethics and practices, and family life education methodology. To help audiences that may not have a chance to attend the traditional classroom is their main goal. And relevant, they want their information to be relevant to individuals, couples, and families across the lifespan. To me, a couple is a family. They list that separately. They base their information on felt needs of the audience, use facts from many fields and multi-professional in its practice, offered in many venues such as workshops, video, print, and etc. Is educational, not therapeutic, is respectful of different values, requires qualified family life educators. FLE was fostered from the idea of educating parents. Many different programs have been created since the start of it. And our book states, in recent decades, parents, churches, courts, and community mental health professionals are turning to parenting education as a remedy. I believe we need to focus on parenting education, but we need to focus just as strongly, if not more strongly. This is my own statement. I believe that we need to focus on parenting education. We need to focus just as strongly, if not marital education. If we help couples form happy marriages, the principles and securities will trickle down to the children and help in many ways. I agree with this statement from the family support movement. It states, the capacity to parents to raise their children effectively is influenced by their own development. End of quote. I believe when parents have happier relationships, they are able to handle their children more efficiently. They're able to think more clearly and be a better example to their children. Our book states, FLE is not reaching audiences of greatest need. I agree with this. And FLE is supposed to be preventative, not remedial. So I believe we need to start teaching people FLE principles before they are adults and throughout their lives. I like that the medical community is involved because that reaches people that otherwise wouldn't be reached. I would have loved to attend FLE classes when I was ready to get married and when my children were young. I think it would have prevented a lot of mistakes. And the only resource I knew about was going to your library and reading really long books, which I didn't have time for because I was too busy with trying to find out if I wanted to marry my fiance at that time, and raising my children whenever we were married. So I didn't even know about all these resources. I could have done a much better job with my family. So I think FLE program is wonderful. A great source that evolves for the education of families is the National Council of Family Relations, abbreviated NCFR. Excuse me. Whenever I looked up things about family, I would come across this website the most, and it has a lot of good resources. There are different approaches to FLE: expert, facilitator, critical inquirer, collaborator, interventionist, and eclectic. The expert is the presenter goes in and teaches the participants expert information. The facilitator is where the presenter realizes the participants have their own knowledge and experiences and come without an agenda and share specialized knowledge as it fits the discussions. A critical inquirer, the presenter uses questions to help participants think about things that are presented. collaborator. Both the expert and the facilitator approaches are mixed. The presenter does bring an agenda. Interventionist. The presenter is looking to have change happen. A goal or steps are given for action. Eclectic. A mixture of the approaches depending on the situation. I think that the best policy is the eclectic because at different times, different things will be used. But I think that a combination needs to be used too because the facilitator needs to bring their expertise in and talk with people and help them to realize what they need to look at differently and also to help them to have goals to change. It says, whenever you're crafting a plan for FLE, you need to make sure you use these principles. The target audience, which is you want to get to know your audience and what they need. Your program goals. What will you accomplish? The product, what is appealing to the audience and will get them interested and invested in your information. Price, what are the barriers or costs that will keep your audience away? Place, what places can you access that will result in your target audience noticing and desiring to see your information? Promotion, what promotion techniques can you use? Public, what and who do you need to get support from so you have a successful program? Partnership, organizations to join you that you can join. Policy, what policies do you need to work on changing or adhere to? Purse strings, where can you get more funding if you need to? Principles I liked reading about were, I like how the farmer was compared to a relationship. You have to pay attention to and nurture a relationship in order for it not to die and to grow and become healthy. I agree that it's important for children to develop healthy. Adults need to set a positive example. Fundamental act of hostility or indifference is to fail to see or try to see the world from another person's perspective. I hate it when people stonewall, and I think that's a very good principle to be taught because there are a lot of people that do that. It's important to remember the principles of agency. No matter how wonderful one is or how hard you try, the other person is who they are, and we cannot force them to change or learn or any of that. Thank you.